Hi everyone, and welcome to another Tribe Forex Power Hour. Today is July 7th, 2014, and I'm going to do today what I've done for years, which is an analysis of the markets and evaluation of our biases, which are based upon the 5 p.m. Eastern Time close of our daily bars. Why do we do that? We find that we have a higher probability of success from a swing trading perspective, and that's what we need to trade even on the lower time frames. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to start with the euro dollar here, and what we've seen is we had 1, 2, 3, 4 days of drop here on the euro dollar, followed by a bounce right off of this 1.3576 area. Beautiful, beautiful area for you to buy off of had you gotten that opportunity. If you're part of a tribe, you would have had that opportunity. Anyway, euro dollar buy. Right off of these key areas, what am I looking for? I'm going to look for a buy up to 136.25 from where we are right now. So we're actually at 136.03, looking for what between 136.25 and 136.53. So this is a good place to buy from. Yeah, that's what I've got on the euro dollar. On the dollar Swiss, I've got a buy bias, looking for a buy right at current levels, looking at 136.25 for a take profit up to 136.53. That's what I've got for the euro dollar. Now let's take a look quickly at what we can look for support so we can get the best possible entries here. Going to look for support. All right, so that's perfect. All right, actually this could be a potential area of support. We don't quite have anything that's set in stone just yet, but you may be able to get price to come down to 1.3579 and look for a buy off of that area, which is very, very close to our area of support here. So look at that, but really right at current levels, I'm looking for a buy up 20, 25 pips from where it currently is, and potentially 50 pips if the market decides to give it to us. So I've got a buy bias on the euro dollar. On the dollar Swiss, I have a sell bias. I'm looking for price to do the same thing, come from 89.33 down to 89.17, where the 50 EMA is. So that's about 15, 20 pips there on the dollar Swiss. It can surpass that and actually continue to move down, but that's asking a lot from this market currently. So we'll wait and see what happens there. So we have a sell bias on the dollar Swiss. Look for sells. Pound dollar, pound dollar actually had a nice move down. It was unexpected, but I did take a trade yesterday. Did very well. If you're a part of my trade, our mirror service or a trade copying service, then yes, you got to take the same trades, made some money there. So look, guys, here's what we're at. We're kind of looking at a consolidation. It's kind of hard to avoid that consolidation here. So let me get rid of some of these lines that are no longer valid. This was actually helpful in taking a nice sell. Okay, so if you look here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars that are inside of each other here on the pound dollar. So we are in consolidation here on this pound dollar. Now, do I think that price can pass through 1.7100? Absolutely. But what I'm going to be looking for is price to get back to 1.7143 or 1.7166, and potentially look for I'm playing a consolidation. So basically 1.7100 is the support area, and 1.7166 is the resistance area. So you're going to sell off of 1.7166 or in that vicinity. So if it gets to 1.7160, you see a reversal candle, that's where you want to take it. And 1.7100 is where I'm going to be looking for a buy. That's it on the pound dollar. Consolidation bias. Dollar yen. This is a tough one to call because we really have two bars that are inside of the master bar here, which was developed on July 3rd. Okay, so what are we going to look for here? I could easily look for a sell down to 101.63. This one's just a tough one to call, and for that reason, I'm not going to call anything. But I do think there's a good opportunity. If price gets up to 101.98, that's probably a good place to sell off of here down. That's what I can see very, very clearly. It's just that one's a tough call. Tough call here. So I do think that price can actually continue to sell here. As you can see, it's kind of adhered to this trend line that we have here on the dollar yen dating back to March. So it's about a 3-4 month old trend line. So what we're going to look for is, if price comes up here to that trend line again of 10200, that's a good place to potentially sell off of here on the dollar yen. Okay. Aussie dollar, same thing. We had a bounce off the 50 EMA. This is also consolidation. It's not really telling me an awful lot, and for that reason, I don't like the looks of it. I can't call it until something happens here. I could call consolidation here, but we could easily see price rise right up to 9,400 from where its current levels are, or right about 93.80. I would usually just tell you to sell off of 93.80 and come back down here into the zone, but that's just not a high probability setup for us because there's so much else going on here. And this master bar is so big, so we can't tell what the upper range is on it, and I'm not going to call, but you can easily play consolidation. Either way, I think it's consolidation, guys. I just can't tell you. I don't want to say 9,400 or 93.60, 93.80 is a place to sell off of here, and I think that if it gets down to 93.40 first, that's a good bounce point, and look for a buy off of 93.40. Okay, euro yen consolidation as well, although I do see a ability to it's consolidation. I'm not going to call that one. Pound yen I am going to call 174.69. I'm going to look for a sell off of 174.69 and I'm going to look for it to come down potentially to 173.72. So from 174.69 to 173.72, about 100 pips there potentially. That's going on my watch list. I'm going to be watching the pound yen. Okay, the New Zealand dollar also in consolidation. Looks like it's got some ability to move up here in the range from 87.53 to 87.92. We do have a consolidation here, guys, but we can look for price to continue to move up to 87.85 in that vicinity. So I think there's about 30 pips there. It's a consolidation play either way on the New Zealand dollar. Okay, really funny movement from the Aussie dollar and from the New Zealand dollar. So for that reason, those are not my key pairs unless there's nothing else there. And I see very good setups there with our pods on the New Zealand and the Aussie dollar. I'm most likely not going to take that. Okay, the dollar CAD. The dollar CAD is actually in consolidation. You can see for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars inside of each other. I'm going to look for a sell here in line with consolidation on the dollar CAD. And guys, that's about it. So once again, euro dollar buy, okay, dollar Swiss sell, pound dollar consolidation play, and we're looking for 1.7100 as a buy point, 1.7160 to 1.7166 to sell off of. Dollar yen, we're going to look for a sell off of the dollar yen, most likely at 101.98. Aussie dollar is a tough one to call. It looks like consolidation, so we could easily see a buy off of 93.40 most likely. Euro yen is a no call. I think it can sell down to 138.14. I'm not quite sure about that one. Pound yen is a sell, and it's on my watch list. I'm looking at 174.69 to take a sell off of on the pound yen. New Zealand dollar, also calling a consolidation play here. Not very clean. It's not going to be one of my favorite ones to trade off of until we get clear direction or see a clearer consolidation zone here on this New Zealand dollar, something that actually makes sense. Okay, the dollar CAD, I'm looking for consolidation play. That means I'm selling off of 1.0680. Okay, I'm looking for it to come down to 1.0638. And those are our calls for today. All the best, guys. Happy trading.